So I just spent the weekend in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania at a nice casino called Wind Creek. Now I'm just finding this out that apparently Wind Creek in Bethlehem is actually a chain of casinos that are all around the world, which is pretty cool. And in this video I'm going to do a little review on the casino itself, and I'm going to tell you 3 things that happened to me there, including me almost getting stabbed. It was a wild weekend, so let's get right into it. So first of all, the resort itself I'll go into. Beautiful resort. I've never heard of this place until I looked it up, and me and my girlfriend were looking for a little getaway. It is a very, very nice resort. Good restaurants, solid food court. And from New York City, it's only about an hour and a half away. It's actually a pretty easy drive and a nice drive through the mountains. It's a lot of good scenery. And I got to give a lot of credit to the town of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Very nice area. I had a great time. I highly suggested Wind Creek Bethlehem. Great spot. Now to the stories. There were 3 things that happened to us while we were there. Well, 2 of them were just me. 1 of them happened to me and my girlfriend. It was pretty interesting experience. First things first, this is a story about the town itself. We actually went into Bethlehem on Saturday. We were looking for a place to watch the Masters. We didn't want to watch it at the sports book the whole time. There was the sports book was fine, but we were looking to go out, get some real food, go to a sports bar, kind of just hang out for a little bit. So we went to this place in Bethlehem. I forget what it was even called. But obviously, me and her are both big-time New York sports people. So we were both wearing clothes that involve New York sports. I was wearing this Mets hat that I had. She was wearing a St. John's basketball sweatshirt. And we are deep in the heart of Philadelphia country. This is Phillies country. This is Villanova. This is Eagles. We walk into the bar and we're clearly outsiders. We clearly don't fit in. This guy just starts staring at my girlfriend and he's shaking his head like we're the most disgusting people he's ever seen. This little fucker was wearing a Phillies fucking golf shirt, a polo top. And I don't know, maybe he's sick and tired of being a Philadelphia sports fan. Maybe he's just envious of looking at us and realizing we're from the greatest city on earth. But it was very uncomfortable, very weird. The place was weird to begin with, so we didn't even really stay that long. But I learned pretty quickly that area, they don't take kindly to people from New York. Even the second place we went to, there was somebody the Mets, huh? And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on here? So that was very weird. I got a taste of what it's like to be in Philly territory without being in an actual game, wearing just New York sports stuff. The people are the scumbags that they claim they are. Second story. This one's actually interesting and it's a good story. So I'm playing roulette. Now, when I play roulette, I am a guy who I only play the outsides of the board. I usually play either the columns or the thirds, anything that pays 2 to 1. So I played a column, right? I played one of the columns. I was looking at it. And when you play the columns, one of the easiest ways to tell if you won or lost is if it's a multiple of 3. Because one of the columns is just strictly multiples of 3. I put my chips down. I put them in the first column, so I thought. So I think I put my chips in the 1, 4, 7, 10, that side of the board. And 27 comes up. That's a multiple of 3. I lose, right? It was actually the last 20 bucks I had, not to my name, but just in chips at that point. So I was going to walk around. 27 comes up. I'm like, fuck. I get up, leave. The security guard comes up to me, grabs me. He's like, where you going, man? You going to leave without your money? I'm like, what are you talking about? What money? He goes, it hit 27. You won. I'm like, no, I didn't. I had it on the first column. He goes, come here. Come look. I go back. And the roulette tables are backwards. All the tables are ass backwards. I've never seen that before. It's they got a misprint of a table and got it coming up backwards. I was in shock. So the bet that I thought I lost, I actually won. And it ended up starting an absolute heater that I went on. I went into the casino with $200 for the weekend and left with $300. So we had a good weekend. And shout out the Mets not covering 1.5 on Friday night. That was what fucked me the whole weekend. Now to the third and best story, when I almost got stabbed. Well, I wouldn't say I almost got stabbed, but I was threatened to be stabbed, and I believed the girl. This is later in the first night. I show up, we go to the roulette table, same thing. I'm playing a little roulette. I'm fucking around. We're having a good time. I find a table with a spot open, and it's a bunch of girls. We're hanging out, we're talking. So one of the girls notices my hat, Mets hat, still. I'm still repping the Mets the whole weekend, and she asked me if I'm from New York. And it got us talking. We were having a nice conversation. I was telling them about how, I'm here with my girlfriend. We always split up in the casino. It's always how it works. We don't have good luck when we're together. And the whole time, they have this one friend on the corner who they keep telling, come on, let's go. They're all trying to go to the club. They're all trying to go dance. And I think their one friend was the girl in the group that has a gambling problem, right? This girl's freaking out. She's like, no, I'm going to keep playing. They're all sitting there waiting for her to be done playing because they want to go to the nightclub. So I didn't say anything. I haven't said a word to this girl. All of a sudden, like, she loses a couple hands. I win a couple in a row. And she looks at me and she goes, I don't trust you at all. And I'm like, okay, what in the fuck did I do to you? Now, while I'm talking back to her, her one friend is telling me, oh, don't take her too seriously. She does this all the time. She doesn't trust anybody. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a little fucking switchblade. And she goes, I don't trust you. And if you keep it up, I'm going to stab you. So now a normal human being might be like, oh, wow, all right, like, let me get away from this situation. But I've had a couple drinks at this point. I'm a little bit of a fucking idiot. I look at her and I go, you're not going to stab me. Because that's exactly what you should tell somebody that tells you they're going to stab you. Is tell them, I don't think you're actually going to stab me. She ends up keep playing. She kind of like keeps giving me the death stare. She keeps like freaking out when I'm talking to her friends. I've been adamant to them that my girlfriend is here. So my girlfriend gets involved. We're all talking like everything's good. Like they're all good people except for the girl that tried to stab me. And I'm introducing her to all these girls and I say, this is so-and-so. She wanted to stab me about 10 minutes ago. Fucking sets this girl right off. She is not having it. She's like, yeah, well, you came over here and you're talking to all my friends like, I don't trust you. I don't know what you're up to. I'm like, okay. Does that mean you gotta stab me? Then she starts going on a rant that she doesn't believe I'm from New York because I don't have some accent. And I'm like, okay, now what the fuck is going on? She's like, you came over here, you started talking to us, you started telling us how you're from New York, but you have the same accent as the people here. I'm like, I don't know what in the fuck you're talking about. Finally, like, I'm still arguing with this girl. She loses a couple hands in a row. She's broke. Like, obviously, she's the girl in the group with the gambling problem, like I said. She finally leaves. Like, I say goodbye to everybody. She just like walks past me, doesn't say a word, doesn't stab me, thank God. And the rest of the trip I spend just trying to avoid her, make sure I don't run into that girl ever again. So yeah, I didn't end up getting stabbed, but there was definitely a little tension there. And there was a little bit of where I thought, hey, you know what, I might actually get stabbed. She pulled a fucking switchblade. But at the end of the day, overall, all in all, the weekend was good. Wind Creek Bethlehem, I would give it about a 9 out of 10. It was a great place. I've been to a lot of casino resorts on the East Coast. To me, Wind Creek is one of the top ones. I highly suggest it. Like I said, I walked in with $200, left with $300. Great food. Everything was perfect. So shout out Wind Creek Bethlehem, and shout out that girl that decided to spare my life and not stab me this weekend.